the Mike and Mish podcast, the longest running podcast with BKFC.
This is my 42nd event with the BKFC. We started the podcast 5 years ago. Probably my third or fourth guest on the podcast was the reigning, at the time, heavyweight champion Joey Beltran. Soon as I got Joey Beltran on, the phone started, the messages started buzzing. They were like, get more BKFC fighters on the show, get more BKFC fighters. The first show we did live with these guys was Knucklemania 1 during the COVID era, where they had like 500 people in the audience, and now look at this place.
What do you think is so special about Texas and the fight game?
Texas is crazy. Like, everybody came out. I think they just really like the violence down here. I don't know. But you just named all those. They're all dogs, man. They all got that dog in them, and this is the sport for it. You don't have to worry about leg kicks, elbows, grappling. You don't need to worry about a heel hook blowing your freaking knee out. None of that stuff. All you got to do is throw these, get on that scratch line 3 feet apart, and it's fast-paced from the beginning to the end of the fight. And the best thing about these events is there's no filler in between the fights. You get here, 12 fights later, 3.5 hours, you just had the best memories of your life and you're on your way home already. It's not a 5-hour ordeal, you know what I mean? This is the sport for us in 2025.
100%, and I feel like certain states, especially Texas, just love the likes of BKFC. The type of people that follow it are very wholesome people. They're very sports-oriented people, and it just fits so well. What I got to ask you now is there's some big news from David Feldman when we talked to him yesterday about this 4-man tournament. What's your thoughts on that?
I have no idea what they're thinking with that one. I don't know what they're doing with this main event tonight. If Franco Tenaglia is stripped of the title, I would imagine that this should be for the actual world title. And then that
I would agree.
And then that 4-man tournament would be to see who fights the winner of tonight. But I don't know. There's Luis Palomino's over there, 9-0 in the division. He should absolutely be in there. I would imagine he's in there. Maybe Kai Stewart, the winner of tonight. And I would like to see Bryce Henry come back down from 165 and make that the 4 in the tournament. But I have no idea where they're going with it. There's so many options. Jeremy Stevens is another one out there. Ramiro Figueroa is an up-and-comer in that division. So we'll see, man. I don't know what they're doing with it, but I'm in for it.
And we got to ask, your podcast is solid. You've built such a solid community on it, and it's such a good feeling podcast. What's next for the podcast?
If there was a way that I could hang up the Army uniform forever and just podcast for the rest of my life, I will do it. I just haven't figured that out yet, but it's coming soon. One day I'm going to get a super shredder jacket like this guy, and I'm going to be able to do this all over the world.
An absolute pleasure. I don't want to take you from the business. You're one of the most knowledgeable men in combat sports. Absolute pleasure. Best of luck in the podcast, and thanks for talking to us for Chupacabra TV.
Appreciate you.